I rise today to urge you to vote no with a heavy heart. Madam Speaker, you and I have talked before about my great desire to help those with mental health and substance abuse disorders. Madam Speaker, I fear that this bill is not the right vehicle to do that. Madam Speaker, I am concerned that this bill, as written, does not learn the lessons of the 20 to 30 years of phenomenal drug courts and substance abuse courts that are currently operating in this state. What I mean by that, Madam Speaker, is that oftentimes in a deferred prosecution or in a stipulated order of continuance, it is critically important that the individual take responsibility, even if a written form, to say, I have a problem, Madam Speaker. We saw that yesterday or 2 days ago. This body voted off the floor by nearly a unanimous vote the deferred prosecution to give 2 opportunities to those with alcohol and substance abuse treatment a problem. But as part of that, they are required to admit they have a problem. Madam Speaker, the problem with the diversion, in my view, of having worked in the drug courts for nearly 10 years, is that it doesn't require that type of ownership of responsibility. It's important because oftentimes when I talk to folks, they can tell me exactly how many days they've been sober, Madam Speaker. And I think that the ownership of the problem is part of the solution. I want these people to get better. I want these people to get treated. But Madam Speaker, not requiring them to acknowledge they have a problem is not the right path to go. There's another problem in this bill, Madam Speaker, and that is for a very small segment of the population, as much as it pains me to admit this, they do not want treatment. They simply don't. I wish they did, Madam Speaker. That is the hardest target audience, if you will, to get to. But they refuse to acknowledge they have a problem and don't want the help. Madam Speaker, at some point, for the safety of community, they have to go to jail. And I'm concerned that this bill doesn't do that. Even under the deferred prosecution that we passed several days ago by nearly a unanimous vote, they would still go to jail. Unfortunately, those safeguards are not in this bill. I urge a no vote. Thank you, Madam Speaker.